Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Best Podcast, episode number 2. I want to thank everybody for joining. I do have Eddie, Will, Jason, Landon. I'm Larry. Just want to say thank you to everyone that's listened and subscribed already. We have grown by 20%. Like, from a business standpoint, our growth is crazy. We actually have 12 listeners. So, congratulations to us for hitting the big time. Yeah, right. So, we're going to jump right into it. And our first list is top reasons why Will didn't show up for the first podcast. I had 2 big reasons. And one was I figured maybe your wife just said, no, you can't come out and play. And the other one, I was a little worried about you because I thought maybe you might have pinched your nutsack in the toilet seat. Were either of those accurate?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
I guess fortunate for my nutsack, yes. But...
Who else has reasons why Will might not have been here?
So I typed down rusty trombone, but I'm not sure where I was going with that.
Well, he could have got pink eye and
from his rusty trombone.
Right. Yeah, at the top of my list, mine was the girlfriend, but so wife wasn't going to allow it.
Yeah.
I will third that. I also said that the wife would not allow it.
The old ball and chain.
Or you just didn't want to come onto the show, and
that was my second reason.
Yeah, I just hate
that was my second reason.
I think what happened was he was skeptic about coming on, but when he saw our massive success with the first one, then he was like, all right, I'm going to get on.
Yeah, he had to jump on the train.
Damn, yep, he wants to ride the train. And he also wants to be on the show.
I'm not going to lie that when I saw those 12 listeners, I went ahead and took out a lease on a Lambo. So
just like the Joker.
Right, yeah. You want to live the Jared Leto lifestyle.
Jared Leto, yeah.
Speaking of the Joker, we do need to talk about a couple of things that were said in the last podcast real quick before we jump into our first real list. Jason, there was a couple of things when we went and played everything back that we were really kind of confused. So here, I'm going to play one back for you real quick and tell me what it is that you were thinking when you said this.
I'm not sure if I like Heath Ledger.
Was that it?
But you're not sure if you like Heath Ledger.
That sounds like you were cutting. That's fake news right there. That's
not sure if I like Heath Ledger.
No, that sounds pretty
I don't know.
clean.
I'm about to say, it sounds like something you would say.
doctored.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like clean audio to me. And then this comment came right after.
That's great. I love Jared Leto.
You piece of shit.
You love Jared Leto?
Yeah.
Wait,
That's
can I hear that one more
completely
time?
backwards
Can I hear
what
that
you've
one?
always fought against us for years. And then when we get on the air, you like completely go
180, huh?
That's great. I love Jared Leto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I hear it. No, I hear it.
I hear it too.
Oh, I definitely hear the bullshit.
I don't know. It sounds clean to me. And then there was this last clip here that we have a question about.
Okay.
That's great. I love Dong.
That one is probably that one is that one I will not deny. So
That's great. I love Dong.
that probably leads us into today's show, right?
Oh, that's what I thought. I thought that was a good segue into our first list. Jason's love of Dong.
That's great. I love Dong.
Let's just jump right into best movie Dong. I'm gonna let Eddie go first this time.
All right. Well, so I'm gonna start with number 4. I have There's Something About Mary, the classic zipper scene.
Oh yeah, the bulge and the
Yep.
zipper. Yeah,
Yep.
that was a good
Dong
one.
in that.
Oh yeah, they showed Dong. It was balls. It was a package area.
I think there was
that,
some foreskin maybe caught. In
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
It's
for
classic.
sure. My number 3, I got Bad Grandpa when he puts his dick in the vending machine.
Oh, classic.
You can also add on top the fish dong. I will also accept
Yes.
that one. because both of those are are great moments in that movie. For number 2, I have The Hangover. I have old Leslie Chow jumping out of the trunk. Yep, that's the bad grandpa one.
Perfect.
And then for the top one, I have Borat
Oh, nice.
when he's fighting the fat dude and they're both naked. Yep, that's it. That's it.
I got you covered, dog.
I
That's
assumed,
actually that's a pretty respectable list, Eddie.
That's pretty respectable. It doesn't touch my list, but it's respectable.
Well, let's hear your list there, dong lover.
I mean, this
So-
is his area of expertise.
yeah, right.
I was not expecting go for. That's great. I love dong.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was not expecting to go from the bottom of the list to the top of the list, but so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to throw a spoiler alert out here. So if you don't want a movie called A Sleepaway Camp spoiled for you,
Oh, Jason.
yeah, like that.
I wasn't even thinking.
I'm guessing Eddie approves of that one.
I very much approve.
So at the very end of Sleepaway Camp, which is a terrible, terrible 80s horror movie, Eddie, the budget, what, $13? Like,
Yeah, easily. I mean, you might be stretching it with like $50, but I mean, no more than
it was
like
all
$50.
spent on this scene.
1 hour later.
Number 4, which is another honorable mention, is Borat. And the only reason I say it's an honorable mention is because half of the scene is blurred out. But, you know, the large gentleman on top of that 69 in the image, obviously. Number 3, Hangover, for sure. Leslie Chow jumping out. You want to fuck on me?
You wanna fuck on me?
It's amazing. It is one of the most unexpected dong scenes I've ever experienced. Number 2, it's Viggo Mortensen in Eastern Promises. He's in a bathhouse, and
3 hours later.
that's number 2. Number 1 is Tom Hardy in Bronson. If you haven't seen the movie Bronson, it's
1 eternity later.
Tom Hardy just basically shaking and hanging dong for a good 2 minutes. So that's my list.
I'm all about some Tom Hardy dick, so I might check that out.
He's uncut, and I have nothing against that. It's
Coat
just,
sleeve.
yeah, I mean,
All right. Will, you got a list for us?
Yeah, my number 5 was same as Eddie, Bad Grandpa. And then I have 2 that I'm not sure if they count because they're only testicles.
I'll allow it.
We're the Millers when the kid gets bit
Oh,
by a
yeah.
spider.
Yeah, he's got giant balls.
And then the number 3, Step Brothers, when he puts his balls on his drum set.
It's the funniest part of that movie.
That is a funny scene. Yeah, yeah.
And then my 2 and 1 were repeats of both Jason and Eddie with Borat and Hangover.
yeah, those are classic scenes.
Yeah,
I would like to touch on one thing here, no pun intended, but We Are the Millers. You're telling me out of all the great dong scenes, you're picking Jennifer Aniston.
Good God.
Oh, yeah.
There is dong in it.
There is,
There is dong. I didn't notice that the first time because I just saw the giant sack, but yeah, there is dong.
All right, Landon, let's hear your list.
Well, the thing is, I don't have a list because unlike you weird people, I don't watch movies with dong in them.
What?
I haven't seen a movie with hanging genitalia
If
in it.
anything, that's sexist of you.
All right, listeners, just going to let you guys know this is the last podcast that Landon will be a part of. He clearly is not.
You could have at least done your research, go to Pornhub or something, start looking up some.
Yeah, but that's like work. I would rather just like actually watch the movie and then just
Or you
like,
could
see
actually
one
watch the
scene.
movie. You had a week.
All right, well, we'll just jump into mine then. So I do have 2 honorable mentions. My first one was one that I just watched recently and it was completely unexpected, and that was Game Over Man.
Oh.
My second honorable mention is Bad Grandpa as well, the fish dick, which again, it was unexpected when he pulled the fish out and then had a big ass dong. One movie that didn't get mentioned, which I was surprised because it had some pretty funny dong scenes, and that was Bruno.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Bruno.
I figured it was going to be on your list. Yeah.
Oh my god.
My third is, and Sacha Baron Cohen back to back, is Borat, because yes, that scene was amazing. My second one, this might be a little bit of a wild card, and I'm surprised that no one thought about this, but Jackass 3 and Chris
I thought about
Columbus.
Jackass. Yeah.
There's two scenes in there that are both hilarious. One where they have this black bar covering his dong and they throw a ping pong ball at him and he swings it
I
and tries to hit the
remember
ping
that.
pong ball.
Never mind. I do remember that. Yep.
And then there was the helicopter scene that was later where they flew the helicopter right at the camera and his
that was
cock was
3D,
going.
right?
That was my number 2, was Jackass 3. Yeah. And then my number 1 of all time, none other than Leslie Chow.
Yep.
You want to
Had a
fuck on
strong
me?
feeling.
Just like when he popped out of that damn trunk with his little bitty nub, I about shit my pants from laughter. It was so unexpected, and it still makes me laugh every time I watch it now.
Yeah, it was one of the greatest scenes.
All right, so on to the next list, the toilet paper list. But I'm gonna let Jason go first.
Yeah, I can take this one. So let me start from the top, because I always feel like as we get further down the list, I think the further the list goes, it gets a little more ridiculous. So
Okay.
I'm going to start with the top, which is what I personally like to buy, which is Charmin Ultra Strong Mega Rolls. So what is it, like the equivalent of like 8 rolls of toilet paper on one roll? Like that's what I want. So I don't have to shop a bunch, like, and that shit, like I never, that stuff's got a good grip, doesn't slip, no dingleberries, like nothing. Like we're good to go for Charmin Ultra Mega Rolls. The next one is Charmin Ultra Strong. Like I like a little bit of a tender touch. Brown eyes. I'm going. That's
Good God.
Yes. That's what I'm looking for.
I just posted a picture of a mega roll in
Yeah.
the chat.
At least 3 feet in circumference, which is right up my alley for toilet paper. And then my final one, I gotta give credit to the Georgia Pacific single ply toilet paper.
Single ply.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm talking about. We're talking about the stuff that's like a cross between sandpaper and cardboard.
Oh.
Why do you like that?
Has been rolled. You got to respect that toilet paper. It's in like all the Porta John. It's in like gas stations. Hell, it's even at
That
like it's everywhere.
that
'Cause
shit
it's
is
cheap.
literally one step above wiping your ass with your own hand.
Oh yeah, number four on my list would be my left hand.
Why specifically left? Oh wait, no.
Because you don't want to do it with your right hand.
Well, you gotta open the door
It would
with
be-
your right.
It would be opposite for me. It would be right hand for me.
That's what you
true.
shake hands with. Man, you're a cold bastard.
Wait a second. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I am
He's
left-handed.
left-handed.
I'm left-handed.
Okay, well, I mean that makes sense.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't, because you're still like, you got to shake hands with people. You just want to give them your shit hand.
Oh yeah. They can feel
fucked
my
up.
wrath.
Do you guys know anything about the Middle East?
I mean, they do use. I mean, that is part of it. But Georgia Pacific single ply, because that's the stuff that, like, if you don't do it right, you're gonna slip and go knuckle deep. Or it's like a gobstopper of shit, and you keep wiping and you keep wiping and you keep wiping, and it's just like, will this ever end? That's gonna be my top 3 right there.
Anybody ever stuck their finger in their butthole on accident when they were wiping?
I have.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about like
There has never been
knuckle deep
penetration.
but
Have I grazed?
Accidental ripping.
I've
right?
grazed it.
Have I
like,
grazed the ridges? Is
yeah.
that what we're saying here?
Yes.
well, I was thinking more like you reach around to stick the toilet paper in and it breaks and your finger just
In?
kind of.
Why are you shoving toilet paper into your asshole?
Well, you gotta get the rim clean too.
What?
Do you stuff toilet paper into your asshole on a bad day and just walk around with it?
Well, we need to get to my list, and I'll answer that question.
Well, maybe we should go next because I feel like we need to approach this topic.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead and go. So my number one, and actually my only one for actual best toilet paper, is also Charmin Ultra Strong. I've tried just about every store-bought toilet paper you can buy, Angel Soft, all that, and just unfortunately, Charmin is the only one that seems to be durable enough to
What if
handle
they
my
sponsor us?
vicious. I would love a Charmin sponsorship.
That would be awesome.
Shout out
Charmin,
to Charmin.
right,
Yeah.
Charmin, if you are listening right now, please
Or
send that
anybody who
money.
has contacts to Charmin,
Yeah,
Right,
please
right,
let them
yeah.
know we exist and we love their products.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this out there that if anybody's number one isn't Charmin Ultra Strong, go ahead and change it now.
Yeah, right.
We need that sponsorship.
Yeah. So that was really my only one. But then as I was researching it, I did find some other interesting stuff that I thought would be fun to talk about. I did find something called Chuck Norris toilet paper, which I think is what we used to call back when I was a kid, John Wayne. Yeah, the Duke. Yeah. Rough, tough, doesn't take shit off anybody. I'm going to post a picture of the current Chuck Norris toilet paper.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
hold up now. That fucking toilet paper is turned around the wrong way on that roll.
Oh,
I've
it
got a
is.
problem with
That
that.
Are we gonna start that?
That makes me
No,
mad.
I'm just. We'll
That
fucking
makes me
approach that in
mad.
a minute, but that's already
Well,
wrong.
hold on. Let's. There might not be an argument here. Does anyone think you should actually turn the toilet paper with the roll on the wall?
What do you mean? You mean like the
Like the way it showed right
the
there.
Yes.
The dangle on the wall.
so yeah, just describe it so that those that are not going to see the image.
Okay, so there's two ways to do toilet paper. There's with the last roll on the outside facing towards like the bathroom, and there's the satanic way where you put it against the wall so that everything against the wall is just rubbing up against the toilet paper and then enters your asshole.
Basically, if you worship Satan, then you put it against the wall. Is basically how it works.
Well,
So I don't care which way it goes.
Oh, you piece of shit.
However, I will say that when it is rolled the way it is pictured there, with it against the wall, if you pull too far, it's a lot easier to like roll up the excess
Oh my
when
god.
it's rolled that way.
Wait,
Oh
you're
my
telling
God.
me you're for this?
Oh,
I'm not for it. I'm just saying that that's one argument.
he's not for it, but he's not against it. But it sounds like he is against the other way.
I'm not
So
against the other way.
that
I
would
really
be-
don't care.
His first and last appearance.
We've gotten rid of 2 members. It's now 3 left.
keep an eye on the news. Will is going to appear in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you do it this way, like if you go to like rip it off, it just like unrolls
It
it.
just go, yeah. It just rolls.
But who doesn't hold the top when you rip it off?
I mean, I got my other hand fucking spread to my cheeks, dude. I need some fucking leverage to be able to get the rest of the roll.
I'm gripped down.
Yeah, I got a bar next to my toilet, so I gotta. It's a process. I can't be having 2 hands on the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, that Chuck Norris toilet paper is brutal, but the roll is wrong.
so I'm gonna go ahead and throw out there that I think the roll against the wall is the proper way to do it.
You're lying.
Hold on. Explain.
Well, I mean, it makes more sense. I mean, Will gave a pretty good argument there that it is easier. It's easier to tear off because when you reach across, you can reach across with
You're joking.
with your opposite hand to hold the roll to tear it.
Your opposite. What opposite hand? You have 2 hands.
Right. You have the one that
He's
the toilet
saying-
paper's on the side of. You have the one that's on the other
You
side
can
of.
do that either
as you
way.
reach
It doesn't matter
across.
what the toilet paper rolls. Go ahead.
But then you're reaching over yourself if you've got it on the front side. If you got it on the back side, you're
What
not
are you
reaching over
talking
yourself.
about? What are you talking about? You literally are making no sense at all. Well, you're saying what? You're saying you can do the back way, which in that case you have to use 2 hands, or you can do the front way, which in that case you can use either hand freely. So how is the front way not the superior way?
I don't know. I was really just saying it to.
I know you were.
Are you standing up facing the toilet when you're wiping? Like what? What?
Standing on the rim, letting
I
it
actually
drop
just
in.
I actually take the toilet paper off of the holder and just use the whole roll. Like it's still on the tube and everything. I just wipe it straight up my crack.
Rub it back and forth.
Yep.
So are you a stander or are you a leaner then? May explain the toilet roll method.
No, I'm a stander.
Oh fuck, dude! You squish shit into your ass cheek.
Nope. I stand up while leaning over and holding my butt cheeks apart.
Dude, that is so much work.
It is a
But
lot
it's
of work.
So
It's
much
so-
easier to reach and get it clean.
That is so much work to fucking lean over. What are you gonna do when you get too old to fucking stand up?
Well, that's not going to be
die
an
on a
issue because
toilet.
I'm going to have a nurse that's going to be wiping my ass for me.
Man,
That's why I'm trying to make
Is she
money
gonna make
now
you
so
stand?
I can have an at-home nurse.
I mean, part of it is probably physics, right? Like, I mean, someone that's of a larger stature obviously is going to have to figure something else out. But the lean method, if you do it right, you actually spread the cheek a little bit as you lean over. So like the leaning is it's all natural. Like, are you gripping with your other hand?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I had no idea that these people existed.
Somebody else back me up here.
I mean, I got nothing. What I do is I lift the toilet seat and then just take the water and splash it in my ass.
The dirty water that you just shit in.
Do you move? Yeah, I was gonna say, do you move the shit out of the way first?
You guys ever shit so much that it piles up over the water?
I have.
If there's a fresh cut one that's out in the open air, it's awful.
Like you don't have the water to like suppress the smell.
Exactly. Like the reason there's smell is there's that like half-second drop between your ass and the water. I think we should evolve and actually just shit underwater.
I mean, so what you could also do is, since you can't smell underwater, just duck your head in the toilet afterwards.
Oh
and then
yeah,
it wouldn't matter.
good call. I could just stick my head in the sink and shit in the floor. And the good thing is that Larry's halfway there already because he already does the
Yeah, he's already standing up, so all he's gotta do is bend over into the sink.
You turn the water on.
Hey, Jason, I did find a picture of that single-ply toilet paper you were talking about.
Yeah,
I just went ahead and posted that.
it's a cheese grater. At least they had the roll correct.
Yeah, right. I'm like Chuck Norris.
Yeah.
All right, Will.
So for sponsorship reasons, my number one is definitely going to have to be Charmin Ultra Strong.
I tell you what, for sponsorship right now, we don't even want money if they'll just send us toilet paper.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
That shit's worth gold right now.
Yeah,
That is
rich.
worth more than anything. Yeah, we should have pointed out that this is being recorded during
Corona.
Corona.
and that was the reason this whole subject came up to begin with, is that what's the best toilet paper to be hoarding right now, because it's like impossible to find. So much respect, Charmin Ultra Strong Mega Rolls.
Send us money. I mean, toilet paper.
Send us toilet paper,
Same
please.
thing, right?
Yeah, same thing.
or both, And then the only other one worth using would be like Charmin Ultra Strong, and then everything else sucks.
There's a law of diminishing returns with how soft toilet paper should be too.
That's
if you
true.
don't-
Yes.
If it's too soft, it'll like go apart in your asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
There you
while
go,
you're
exactly.
wiping. That's why.
Or
Yeah,
just-
that's
or
very
it,
true.
it doesn't like wipe
is
it
wise
up, it
beyond
just
its
like
use.
moves it down.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like if I grab a throw blanket, I'll wipe my ass with it. It just sort of smears it.
Okay, I got another topic for y'all. What do you guys feel about baby wipes?
Absolutely, dude. Yes. Yeah.
Shout out to Charmin for making disposable wipes.
Fresh mates. Like, I want my ass to smell like mint. Can y'all make some of those?
I want mine to smell like latex.
Just brush your ass.
Ew. Oh God.
I have different ways I can make that happen, but it'd be cool if I had a wipe to do it as well. All right, Landon.
Well, I really only use one and that's Charmin Ultra Strong. That's what we're using. Actually, we aren't using
Hashtag
Charmin
Charmin.
right now. We aren't using Charmin. What toilet paper are we using, Dad? I don't know. Like
I think it's
Charmin Ultra Strong, because that is the only brand that we trust. Hashtag Charmin.
hashtag Charmin. Hashtag Charmin. So yeah, I would go with Charmin just because. Yeah, once again, yeah, Charmin all the way. I don't have anything else on my list. Hashtag Charmin, please sponsor.
There can only be one.
There is only one. There's no second. There's nothing comes close. Just Charmin.
I
Ultra
think
Strong.
I need some Charmin right now. I think I just shit myself.
Hashtag Charmin.
Oh, good God. Eddie, have you done your list yet?
I have not.
All right, let's go for it.
Oh, speaking of hashtag Charmin, wouldn't you know? Number 1 is Charmin Ultra Strong. Number 2, Charmin Ultra Soft. Number 3, Charmin Essentials. And number 4 has got to be Kirkland bath tissue.
Costco.
What the
Costco.
Costco makes some pretty nice stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
The
I don't
pumpkin
know
pie is
anything about
really
their toilet paper.
So, all right, let's go through some embarrassing bathroom stories. I'll start. I've got one. I think a couple of you guys have heard this before, but about the time that I pissed myself at work. So I had these underwear. I still have them. I don't know why, that just shrank like crazy in the wash. And like I bought them, they were, men's large, and they were nice, and now they are like toddler size 3. And I didn't have any clean except for those one day. So I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm gonna have to wear them. So you can imagine, of course, I'm not a small guy by any stretch of the imagination, and definitely not small in that area. So I wore those, and they were very tight. Well, when I'm at work and in my current job, I wear my shirt tucked into my pants, and when I go to the bathroom to piss, I do this thing where I unzip my pants, and if I don't have a dick hole, which a lot of my underwear do not have dick holes, so I pull my dick out from the leg, like the leg hole. Like
You
I pull
really?
up the
What? That is the most awkward way to
What?
do it.
No, it's
I
really
didn't
not.
know
I pull up the
What?
leg,
What?
and so
Why
my
do you
dick comes out the
pull up-
bottom.
Why don't you pull down
Are
the
you
top?
serious?
Why, you're supposed
Because
to
I'm
pull
telling
down
you,
the
I'm
top.
telling you, you guys should try it.
What?
You will see that you can pee so much easier
That's
that way.
What?
no.
I've never heard of that in my
Now
life.
finish your story. We're gonna know why we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, let me, I guess, just go ahead and update that statement to say, if you have underwear that fit, that's the easiest way to pee. If you don't have underwear that fit, I'll tell you why you should not piss like that, because I went to the bathroom, unzipped, pulled up the leg, and went to fight to get my cock out so I could pee, and it was very tight, and the shit's cutting off the circulation of my legs anyway. And so I kind of like pull out my cock from as much under the fabric as I could, but you can imagine like parking a car on a garden hose. I think that's kind of what was happening with the leg band of the underwear. And I started pissing, and when I started pissing, I realized I didn't hear any sound hitting the water in the toilet. And like I was like, what the hell? And I looked down, and dude, like my whole left leg was just fucking soaked. I was just pissing straight down my pants at work. I'll go ahead and throw out there that I have over 100 people I work with, and about 97 of them are women. So,
Oh man.
What did you do? What did you do?
well, I went and logged out of my computer. I went home and changed my pants. That's about all I could do.
Hey, were they at least like a dark navy or black or something?
No, they were brown, so the stain was black.
Like that darker.
It was a light brown with a dark brown stain.
Did anyone
So,
see you and make a comment?
I'm sure there was people who saw me because the walk from the office to my car was lengthy. So
And
I'm sure there was
more
probably
lengthy
people.
when there was,
Yeah.
warm piss going down your leg.
So-
Yeah.
So You're telling me that when you say that you have proper fitting undergarments, that you still pull it out?
Oh yeah.
You need to just sit down and piss every time from now on.
All right, Jason. I figured you had a good one for us. I wanted you to end our topic for us.
Yep. So, as most of the guys on here know, I was in.
Hey everyone, this is Eddie from ExxOut Entertainment. Thanks for listening to the best podcast. Subscribe to us and tell all your friends, and we'll see you soon.
That's great. I love Dong.